Ordinary for me. We ain't going to your favorite place.
Hi guys, so today is gonna be another Freedom Friday, and this is the achievement, y'all. We've been playing, and so this is a bubble for the achievement. That's one problem going away. So I'm blowing bubbles to show that we are letting go of the past and we are freeing up our problems just to make a better future for ourselves. So later on in this video, and like how she felt when she achieved it, and how she felt when she like, oh, this happened.
Not clickbait, I died.
And I bet she's like, oh, this kind of normal. Like I've always been able to do all this, and I'm really proud of her. So let's get started with the video. Bye. Okay, guys, so we're back, and we're gonna be introducing our mom, Dr. Nikiba Jackson.
Hi everyone, welcome to Freedom Fridays. This is Dr. Nikiba Jackson, and I want to share with you what I am releasing or what I have released. So, I don't know if any of you have ever flown before, but I absolutely love to fly. My first time I flew was, I think, in 1999. It was February 1999, and I was getting ready to fly for a presentation that I was doing for school when I was in college. And so I was a lot smaller back then, and what I will say is, as I got older and my body started expanding, flying on a plane became like one of those things that I started getting nervous on, because what happened is every time I would get on a plane, I was always nervous that my seatbelt wasn't going to buckle, because I noticed it started getting tighter and tighter. And so I learned some years ago, like, hey, you can ask the flight attendant for a seatbelt extender. And so with the seatbelt extender, it gave you some extra room. And so sometimes when you get on a plane, ask for the seatbelt extender, they will tell you you're out, and then you just have to stick it in like this and put it on. So one of my goals was to be able to fly freely, to not have a need for a seatbelt extender. And that's been one of my goals that I wanted to focus on. And so this time, I happened to fly out of town, and I said, I want my seatbelt extender for myself, because I'm not at my final goal, and I knew that it was...
her body can feel, seatbelt can feel all these covetousness.
Well, what she said. So I was like, well, let me get my seatbelt extender. I ordered it probably about a week before I was supposed to travel. And so since I've been in this challenge that I'm doing, focusing on getting to 252 pounds by July 15th, one of the things that my coach did for me, she said, okay, you're going to step up your workouts, because you've been struggling with your eating. Workouts are non-negotiable. So what she said is, you're going to work out an hour and a half every day. And I'm like, an hour and a half? So I'm not a morning person, I'm a late night person, but I'm a working woman. So those don't go together. So for me, it means when I wake up in the morning, I got to do my hour workout. And then before I go to bed, I have to do another 30-minute workout. So a couple of days ago, I knew that I was going to have to leave and go out of town. And what I started focusing on was, I got to get this hour and a half workout, because I want to keep losing the weight that I've been losing. And so I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and had to do an hour and a half workout. So I didn't have to make an excuse for later on in the day on why I didn't do this and all this other stuff. So the day was rushed. I had to work, had to get my daughter Candace to do schoolwork, had some company, checking with them, making sure everything was fine, and so didn't even pack. I will pack at the exact last second before I go. That's going to change, so I will no longer speak that into existence. But thinking all this stuff, then I'm like, oh shoot, right before it's time to go, did I pack my seatbelt extender? So I'm like, yep, put that in my carry-on bag. So driving to where we had to go was very heavy. So our traffic was so heavy that we were having problems with making sure we would get there in time. So didn't have time to do anything. Trying to meet with my mom, she couldn't find her way in the traffic, and by the time we got to the airport, it was like rush. We had just enough time to check our luggage and to get on the flight. So getting on the flight, my wonderful daughter, who has flown before, but she's been too young to remember it, she started saying all these things like, it's fun on airplane mode, it's this. And I'm thinking, okay, girl, we're just on a plane, just leave it alone. Let me get my seatbelt extender. So after so much back and forth, I said, I don't feel like looking for the seatbelt extender. So I said, let me try this just to see, because I have lost some weight, still curvaceous, but I lost some weight. So I put on that seatbelt, and guess what? It latched. I didn't have to suck my stomach in. I didn't have to do anything special other than just lock the seatbelt in, and I had space, and I was very comfortable. So for this Freedom Friday, what I have released is the fear of being able to fly with restrictions. So now I know I'm now a person that can fly without the need for a seatbelt extender. And so, as Candace said, we're going to release it. These bubbles are showing. It's showing how much we have released. So I released weight. When I weigh in on Thursdays, my weight has dropped from my last Wednesday weight, but it was still up higher than what it was Friday. But today I got on the scale and I have released some more weight, so I'm down to 298 pounds. So I have released the 300s as well. So
Pop another problem.
so this is the example of me just releasing it. So one of the things that I learned this week is, I've been learning it, but to learn it and to live it are two different things. And so learning, what is your real goal? What are you actually focusing on? And what are your limitations? If you focus on your limitations, you're going to always be stuck. If you focus on your limitations, you're always going to be stuck in the past. But if you focus on what your true goal is, then you're going to start focusing more on what's important for you and what's important to you. So what I challenge you to do is start focusing on your goal. Forget about your limitations, because what you focus on expands. If your goal is the thing that motivates and moves you, you will succeed. Thank you. So what I would like to do for you is, if someone else has had something from the past stopping them from doing something that you might have loved to do, and you want to fly, I would like to give someone my seatbelt extender, because you have to have the freedom to do the things that you want to do, and I'm releasing it to give someone else an opportunity to do something that you love to do. So this is a seatbelt extender for like a Southwest type airline. So if this is something that you would like, what I'm challenging someone to do is to like, share, comment on the video, and the first person that does that and sends me a message, I'm going to provide a link in the comments to me, and I will gift this to you. And then what we want to do is continue to share and finally free someone else. And so I just challenge you to share it as you continue to release your work. Thank you, guys.
Oh, bye. Okay, just kidding. So, for today's inspirational word, we're going to be talking about how you can reach your goals. My goal is for this thing to stop falling. My goal is for this thing to stop falling.
Oh.
Okay, it's not falling, see? So, you can reach your goal. Like, you're just not trying enough. And if you have tried too hard, like, and you better not be like, I'm trying too hard to reach my goal. So where's my goal at? Where's my goal? Be quiet. Because you probably wasn't doing enough. You were just doing it with the attention. And just, like, doing it because, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like your mind isn't filled with happy thoughts. You're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so hard to get this goal. But when you get that, think about how you want to feel when you reach that goal. You're always going to feel happy. So you need to think happy thoughts while you're doing stuff to reach that goal. Or you can just be not focused on it. And like if it's the thing that my mom did, you just don't gotta focus on it and just try it. But what I'm talking about is think what you're gonna think when that goal finally happens. Like if you're like, oh, I wanna lose weight. And you're like, I hate workout. I have an hour and 31 minute long workout. That's not gonna help. But when you trying to get skinny, not mad, and for some reason you think getting skinny is gonna make you happy, but if that's one of your goals to be happy, but like you gotta think in the mindset of how you want yourself to feel when you reach that goal. Like when you set and stuff, like you're like, oh, I kind of want this, but you're not believing it, and you're just like, I want that. And you're not thinking in the mindset. Like, if you're like, I kind of wish that this phone would stop falling down. There ain't no thought into it, because you don't feel happy while saying it. You just like, I just want my stuff to be fixed. You gotta be like, so think in your mind, like, how you gonna feel when that happens. And act like it when you're making this stuff. So yourself can be like, okay, pretty good lie. I'll give it to you. Perfect logical liar. And now you're in jail. Oh, wrong one. Okay, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, you gotta think in a mindset of how you want to feel. Like how you want if you feel like you about to be free, try to feel free while you're still the same. Like while you haven't even made your improvements yet. Just try to feel free and do stuff that you would do. And no, do not be eating all that junk food. No. Put the chips down. But that's not the point. So I believe that you can reach your goal, but you always have to have the right mindset to reach your goal. Bloopers. Go.
So, what I would like to do this time is recognize and acknowledge anyone that has been.
Selfies.
So, what I would like to do is to give someone else who has had is a thing that motivates and moves you, you will succeed.